Yeah. So Rob did some fact checking. The VODs are not up for the UK event. Jasco, I know you guys watch this stuff because Jason says he does. Get those things up, man. We need those VODs up as soon as possible so all the good people can watch these awesome matches. So after UK Nats, we had, I believe it was Tampa, right? I think it was Tampa or Miami. It was somewhere in Florida. I don't know.
It was Tampa area, I believe.
Tampa-ish area. That was also won by Quan Chi.
It was.
Goose took that down. I forget who he played against. Oh, Jeremy Ray.
He beat Jeremy Ray.
He beat Jeremy Ray after going from. I think he gained like 500 health in that in that match, and then
he had a turn where I think he blocked something, I think he got like a revoke canceled and like a just like whatever single barrel.
Yeah.
So he basically got his card pool set up in a manner where he couldn't play any blocks.
Yeah.
And he took 4 damage.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thankfully...
And Jeremy was just like, I don't even know what you do.
Yeah, that's just bad. That's just bad. So, Quan Chi was banned 10 days before Nationals, US Nats. I think reactions for that were quite positive. On my end, I was very happy about it because the deck I was playing lost to Quan Chi quite often. Yeah. But I think it was mostly positive, honestly, that he was gone. I don't think anyone was... Actually, the only people I think that were disappointed were the people who were planning on playing Quan Chi at Nats. That was it.
But I think they understood.
Oh, of course. Yes, I believe so. It was... I think the tournament was better for it because I don't think anyone would want to go through 7 rounds of, well, cool, I don't get to do anything because my attack will do no damage whatsoever. Yeah. You know?
I'll be honest, like, I kind of wish they had just banned, like, Quan Chi and Liu Kang
at the same time? Oh, yeah, me too.
Especially because they ended up just banning Liu Kang, like, immediately after Nats.
Yeah.
But whatever, you know.
Yeah, it is what it is.
We got half of it, so.
Yeah. And the tournament was fine. The tournament overall, like, it was run fine. The prizes were great. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't have a bad time at Nats, even though I sucked it up in singles. I topped in teams, which is awesome. You know, with Tim Keefe and Mark Wisniewski, Chief Keefe, baby. And that was great. That was a fun event. I like teams more than singles. I don't know why. I think most people do, just because it's a little more laid back and it's a lot just fun in general. Because there's a lot more strategy involved, I think, in teams than it is just sitting down and just piloting your deck. So yeah. So Rob had to eat his words. I think Garrett's still bugging him about this, about how he called Cassie the worst character in Mortal Kombat. Cassie won that event, kids, as you know, by Barrett Bryant. So we're going to get some words from Barrett Bryant real quick, and then we'll be back. All right, we got Barrett Bryant here from Omaha, Nebraska. He's going to tell us about his 2018.
Hey guys, yeah, I had a pretty exciting 2018. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm glad that Rob and Chris invited me to do this. It's a ton of fun. Yeah, I'm currently the 2018 national champion. Never thought that was going to happen. Second place for teams as well, which again, way higher on my radar. Like I came and got that title at the end of the year, and like I haven't won a PTC. I've topped them, and I've been diversified, but like. I mean, I never expected that. I thought I was going to win something like a major within 1 year of playing. Like that was my 1 year mark of competitive events, and so like it was really cool that I like got to achieve that kind of thing. And like for sure, my character, like I'm working super hard to get my character card out by this next summer.
Nice.
Just because I know they're doing the 2-year rotation thing, and so that is something I'm looking forward to coming up this next year. Currently in the game right now, moving into 2019. I'm not really sure what I'm focusing on, really. I still like the deck building aspect. I've been playing a lot of Donovan 2 Dot because he's really, like, I like him a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm taking a break from the game. Okay. I actually don't think I'll be playing almost at all competitively next year. with the exception maybe of next year nationals, just maybe to try and protect my title. Yeah, not so much the repeat, but just to kind of make that appearance. I know that makes quite a few people like a little sad, just because I'm not going to be around. Maybe not even like the Omaha PTC. But yeah, I'm just gonna try and take a step back and try to get my life together. I've never won anything for playing card games, and I've been doing it for a long time. So it's kind of feels kind of good, and I mean, it was a pretty good one to win, I guess.
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah, especially with the character that our show deemed the worst out of Mortal Kombat. So my co-host said she was the worst.
That's right, Rob. I remember, Rob giving me a ton of crap. But I mean, Garrett Brett disagreed, obviously.
Yes, obviously,
I didn't do Rob any favors with his quarrel with Garrett. So yeah, it was a ton of fun. Honestly, the character, I actually fell in love with the character even after I came back. I constantly I'm building her under every symbol with every new set. So that's really cool. Looking forward to all the new sets. I know you're a little angsty because we haven't heard anything about Soul Calibur or anything.
Yeah, I was told as of recording we should know something by the end of the week. So we should.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so I'm hoping. Yeah, Jason said either characters or commons is what I was told. So
perfect. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because we got 4 weeks leading up, so then they'll do the same thing they did with Street Fighter. And I'm really looking forward to that. The PT season is starting up. I think it'll be really cool. I think I'm gonna pull a Rob and I'm gonna do a lot of outside watching and maybe only show up to 1 or 2 events. But the ones that he shows up to, he freaking just wins. So whatever.
Oh yeah, true. Or he just gets bounced in top 8 by Jeremy Ray. But yeah, that's true.
That's true. Other than that, I think looking for the 2019, I'm actually also taking a step back from online content. So this is actually probably going to be the last thing that I'm in for a very long time.
All right. Well, you're always welcome back to come on the show. I
appreciate it.
We always love having you on. So you're more than welcome to just force your way on. I don't care.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm totally down to do guest starring and stuff like that. But I'm taking a step back. UFSU. I'm not going to be on there anymore. And so I'm taking a big break, honestly, from card games in general and not just UFS. I'm just trying to get my life together and trying to move a little bit forward. And I think I'll come back, obviously, in the future. I just don't think it's good. Not right now.
Yeah. Well, you do have a character, so you do have to kind of, play him at least once or twice.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's true. So,
you're right.
Cool.
And I will be sending those out, and I am still selling cards. I'm still going to be doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm still actively going to be in the scene, and I still have people message me and still ask on deck advice, and I'm welcome to still do all that.
Cool.
But I'm definitely going to be a big spectator, and I'm totally down to maybe cast events, but not go to them.
Oh yeah, because you guys did that a couple times over the past year, I believe.
Yeah, we did. We did the Atlanta PTC.
Yeah, that was cool.
Help with Keenan. It was a ton of fun. I think that was a lot of cool stuff. But I think I might be trying to just do stuff on my own. Or guest starring on stuff like this. I love being on here. So.
Oh yeah, hey dude. Like I said, if you want a recurring guest spot, we can put you in.
I'll do it. We can talk about that later.
Because someone has to be able to just tell Rob, you got to let someone else talk for now, because he just told us to ramble. So
I'm not looking to take anybody's job.
Oh no. It would no. Me and Rob are the main guys. You would just be I don't know, like Steve Higgins to Jimmy Fallon. You'd be that guy on the side.
Cool.
You'd be that guy. So Higgins is great. So. Okay, cool. So, I know you said you're not going to be around too much, but hopefully we'll see you on the Guile treatment at least a few more times. Because I know I've talked to you about maybe being on about new sets dropping stuff. So we'd love to have your opinions then on that stuff. And
absolutely, I will never say no to being on the Guile treatment.
Well,
so
that's good.
Just saying.
My head's getting really big.
I love you guys.
Awesome.
You're the only UFS content I'm subscribed to on YouTube.
Yeah.
Not even subscribed to UFSU.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. Cool. All right, Barrett. Well, we appreciate you coming on, talking about your year, and we'll talk to you later, all right?
Absolutely. Thanks so much, man.
Take care. So, Rob, would you like to counterpoint anything about Cassie Cage being maybe not so bad?
No, I think we covered that in our Barrett show.
Okay, that's cool. That works. But yeah, so from at Nats, we got previews we were getting previews leading into Nats of Street Fighter vs. Darkstalkers, I believe. Then we had commons the week before, and they passed out characters and uncommons at Nats. This was the first time we got to see the characters. I think everyone was pretty happy with the characters, the way they looked. I believe. People were the general consensus was, hey, we're getting a third set this year. I think that's what was people were more excited about, which is pretty awesome, actually. So, from there we ended up having the Guile treatment show where during that week where everyone got to spoil ultra rares, we got to spoil the hotly wanted Guile ultra rares of Murder Baby and Angelic Committal. That's what I called Guile's other ultra rare, which is a really bad name, but it's okay. He's an angel man. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. That was the first time Jasco had ever stepped outside their own doors to do spoilers, actually. Well, they had done it in the past with like Total Justice Gaming and I believe Top Deck Heroes had it too, but they had stopped doing that for a while, I think for a year or so maybe, and this was like a new kind of a new avenue because like our channel started, UFSU had some stuff. We were kind of like the top guys at the time because Rochester wasn't doing as much content because I believe they were just going through some things like, you know, meeting up or whatever. But we all ended up get to spoil 2 ultra rares, which is awesome. I believe every ultra rare was spoiled, maybe except for the back page, right? The back page was not spoiled. It was just characters. So just the main characters. So that was cool. But yeah, so we had Darkstalker for Street Fighter release, and then we had a PTC pretty much right after it, which was Reno. I believe it didn't make a showing. I believe Akuma topped.
You skipped over Virginia.
Oh,
dude.
I'm sorry. Talk about you. Why didn't you say something? We'll talk about Virginia
because I didn't go to UK Nats and I didn't do well at Nats, so you know I didn't even really think about it.
Oh, that's true. But yeah, let's talk about some. Let's go back in the time machine. Hop in that DeLorean.
Yeah, I'm sure we have lots of viewers that watch Wayne's World.
Oh, I'm sure. Come on, Wayne's World's awesome, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean. I played a deck that Devin Bernier made that was designed to basically just troll the hell out of everybody playing like Bebop stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he'd been working on the deck honestly for a year.
Yeah. Well, he had it as a turbo deck back when turbo was a thing.
Forever ago, yeah. But the thing is like he honestly built it when like the latest incarnation when Spike 1 was winning everything.
Yeah.
Because he was basically just like, you know, he plays a bunch of enhances that do minor speed and damage pump. So, you know, and like if you're spamming those on every attack, like he's just going to get to ready. And he doesn't get killed by Fallen Angel because like he has like some of the damage reduction. I mean, between like Survivalist and having what are they called? The portal barriers.
Oh yeah.
Like you're really probably only going to take like 3 or 4 damage.
Yeah.
And so like even if they have bang or something, like you're like the odds of you facing down one of those and being at like 6 or less are low.
Yeah. And plus you're able to pack revoke too, so you could always just stop the first E if you wanted to and just block it.
But yeah, and then once MK came out and Fatality was in the mix, like that was the thing is without Fatality, I actually played it at like a Premier Store event in Virginia.
I remember that. Yep.
Like before Fatality was out. And like you could win, it just took forever.
Yeah.
Like it just didn't do anything.
Didn't it speed up the deck by by half?
Honestly, I think it cut the time in half.
Yeah, cut time in half, yeah.
Without Fatality, it realistically took you like 40 to 50 minutes to beat anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And with Fatality, if the person was kind of like playing into it by just trying to kill you as fast as possible and like you saw pieces early, I mean, you could win a game in 20 minutes.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I played super sloppy all weekend and didn't get penalized enough for it, so I won.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess that sort of like leads us into Reno, where Kevin Broberg decided that people hadn't gotten enough of Anik Aris
of the Demon King,
and played an updated version with a couple of the nice new pieces out
Confronting Jetta.
Street Fighter vs. Darkstalkers.
Yep.
And one another BTC with it. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So before we go any further into the Reno stuff, we're gonna get Tim Friedlieb to talk about Reno and his 2018. So stay tuned. We're here with Tim Friedlieb from Vegas, circa Chicago-ish. He wanted to come on the show, and we're looking for people to talk about their 2018 in a whole and see how their 2018 went and what they're looking for towards the future in UFS. So thanks for joining us, Tim, and go ahead and talk about your year.
Well, hey, thanks for having me back, Chris.
It's been too long. We should probably have gotten you on beforehand. So it's almost been like a year. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was on like one of the first episodes.
Yeah, it was like Cowboy Bebop stuff. We were doing Bebop spoilers. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, so that's on me right now. That's on me. So.
Yeah. So no. All right. So talk about my 2018.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad year. It wasn't a really fantastic year for me for UFS, but it was decent. Started off the year. Didn't really go to a lot of events.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I missed some of the big ones that I normally go to. I didn't do Atlanta. I didn't do Omaha. I didn't go to Rockford.
Yeah, we know. We missed you. We missed you.
Yeah. I miss staying at Casa de Dad.
Yep. And the dogs. Yep. And the dogs. The dogs miss everybody. So there you go. If you come to Rockford, come for the dogs. You don't come for UFS. You come for the dogs.
I'll be there this next year for sure.
That's awesome.
But so let's see. I played at the Vegas BTC where I hosted the UFS University boys at my house. Yeah. They stayed with me. And then, the Tam getting his heart broken with the undefeated getting diversified.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yeah. And then, and what I think at that one, Jake got second place against Scott.
Yeah.
I did fairly mediocre. I think out of 6 rounds, I went 3-3 in that. I was playing Faye.
Okay.
I was playing Black Dog's Faye's Getaway Fire Faye.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So it was pretty fun. Fast forward to.
Did you play at Worlds? You played at Worlds, right?
Yeah, I played at Worlds.
Yeah.
I made it to top 8 in teams.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Along with my friends Ryan McLean, who was last year's national team champion, and Daniel Schussler, who's also a really good player. And I was playing Vicious for that one. I was playing Throws Vicious, which not a lot of people were playing that. A lot of people were playing him, I think, on a weapons build, and then I remember Miles had that really the lows build.
Yep, the low build that played Crawling Strike, I think. So in a way, you made it so you couldn't block anything. In a way.
Yeah,
or you had to flip because you get to flip a card to block with a low block, and you flipped all your cards beforehand.
It was playing Oil Slider in that too, I think.
Maybe I don't remember. Yeah. I didn't go back that far. I know I looked at a lot of lists for the card show that we had have coming out or had coming out by the time of recording. And I stopped at a certain point because it's just like, well, these cards have like 20 instances shown over other cards, so there's no point to keep looking. Yeah.
I played in that. We made top 8, and then we lost against what was it? Dave, Ben, and Phil.
Okay. All right. The eventual national champions. Yeah.
Yeah. I lost to Dave. We went to game 3. And he was that was his first outing with the Sniper Joe.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And that was just a really damn good game. So props to Dave. He deserves to be as much of a champion as he is. He's such a fantastic player.
Yeah.
And always fun to play against too. So that was a great time. And then the next day in singles, I played. I played my boy Guile.
Oh, you played Guile? Sweet.
Yeah. I played a good simple Guile, and I did terrible. I think I went like 3-4 or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was fun. And then after that, I remember Mortal Kombat came out, and there were things I wanted to build and I didn't, and some of my friends had to take breaks.
Sure.
And UFS in Vegas just kind of went downhill.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to say downhill. That's not the word I'm thinking of.
You guys took like a break overall for in between sets, right? Around like the Mortal Kombat release, you guys kind of weren't playing too much.
A lot of people just had things going on in their lives, and like Brett Hillman got married at Worlds.
Yes, he did. Yep.
And so people just have a bunch of things going on, and life gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And then I remember I couldn't afford to go to nationals by myself.
Gotcha.
So I had to skip nationals, which was such a shame because I really wanted to go. And as much as we all want to get on cardboard and all that, for a lot of us going to nationals or worlds or even just a PTC or two, it's about seeing the people you don't get to see very often.
For sure.
So.
Yeah. Yep.
Didn't get a chance to go to Nats, but watched a lot of it on the stream.
Mm-hmm.
That was great that there were 3 different streams a lot of the time.
Yeah, I know, right? It was kind of nuts because I asked, because Rochester had 1 and 2, and then I'm like, can I just throw mine on? Because why not? And then, I ended up streaming the 3rd game. They picked their 2, then whatever game I got was just on there. And it was kind of cool because people actually were watching all 3 channels, flipping between the channels and seeing what was going on. And then we had the Dave and Luke Butler marathon of Sniper Joe versus Eligor that took 2.5 hours for the boss battle, and it was just insane and nuts. And it was just then Luke could have brutality'd him for the win, or if he would have just saved it and not gotten greedy, then we would have beat Dave. But yeah. It was kind of neat having that stuff on there, and I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it because that's one thing that I would like. Sorry to hijack your interview.
No, you're fine.
That's what one of my things for 2019 when I get into the show. I want coverage everywhere of the events because that's how one day we will grow the game as big as it needs to be, and I think it's just going up from here. So for that, at least with the streaming and the online content needs to be. I guess pushed more in a way. So sorry to hijack.
No,
hijack it.
And again, with Nats, I remember you guys would already be playing. It'd be 7:00 here, and I'd be like, "Well, I just woke up. Maybe I'll just fall asleep again, but I'll put it on Twitch."
Yeah.
And so, and then. I really didn't do anything else until Street Fighter versus Darkstalkers came out.
Okay. Now, was there a reason? Was that other than you didn't have a lot of time, or everyone else? Did a lot of the other Vegas players kind of get a hold of you, and you guys were just well, the set seems pretty good, or it's not like Bebop level. It's pretty much the same level as Mortal Kombat in my opinion. But I didn't know. Yeah. What you guys had.
I think some of what happened was with. Some of the nerfs or some of the bannings, I should say,
sure,
that happened, post UK Nats and post US Nats.
Mm-hmm.
It opened up for a lot of people for being willing to play some stuff and not having to worry about having to play 4 or 5 different characters total.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, most definitely.
There was that, and then getting all of the previews of the new set well in advance of it releasing was a huge boon. I think. Mm-hmm. I think it really got a lot of people willing to invest in it and willing to come back because we've even started having events again.
Oh, that's awesome! That's great.
Yeah.
That's very good to hear. Yeah, I liked that too. The new way of doing previews was they're just gonna. It's murder on us for content creators because it's we have to go through so many cards so fast because they do it out in a week or whatever. But I like it as a player because I'm just well, these cards are great. These cards are great. Well, I think I'm just gonna. You can either buy singles or you can just go apeshit and buy boxes.
Yeah.
It gives you a way to how you're gonna spend your money. I'm gonna buy 3 boxes of the set because I'm only interested in about half of the cards or whatever.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, like I split a pre-release kit.
Mm-hmm.
What 4 ways with some of the guys here?
Sure.
So we each got 2 boxes and a mat, and then I think I bought 1 additional box.
Sure.
And then played in the pre-release, and so I have pretty much most of what I need. There, you know, there are some really good cards I still probably need to pick up or borrow.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I have most of the things I need at this point, so I'm pretty good.
Yeah, that's how I felt. But then I went off the deep end because I love this. I loved like the Darkstalker characters too much, so I was like, I want 4 of everything, and yeah.
I really do want some flip cats.
Yeah,
and some Dark Cheerios.
Yeah, Dark Cheerios is pretty good. I have the one card I really wanted was Fusion Soulfist because I'm a Morrigan fanboy. And I currently have 7 of that card because I need to have 2 sets because I need to have 1 set for Chun-Li and 1 set for Morrigan. So I don't want to swap. But I haven't made the Chun-Li deck because Trent has the Chun-Li deck here and I just don't want to build the same deck as someone else has. So I'd rather have some variety at locals than just play the same stuff all the time.
I agree. And I think I must have at least 2 playsets of Sweet Chainsaw Music at this point.
Yeah, that card's. I haven't built Raptor yet. That's one card. That's one guy I haven't tested out yet because I'm 7-handers in this format, man.
He's pretty fun.
Yeah,
yeah. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then so with that, we were testing to go up to Reno because it's so close.
Sure. Now that was you, Ryan, and Brandon. Then you 3.
Well, we had 3 of us go up. It was me, Ryan, Brandon.
Okay.
Kyle DeBray, who also got into top 8.
Yeah, he got with Scorpion. He got me some points in the Rochester CCG draft. I appreciate him.
Nice. And then
did Sunman go?
Ryan's girlfriend Crystal came with us.
Oh, okay.
The day of, she changed her mind and decided not to play.
Okay.
And then Scott came up as well.
Okay. All right.
And it was funny because they, up until the day before the event, Ryan and Crystal were over in Europe for like 10 days.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So they flew back to the States, and then immediately 3 hours later, they flew from Vegas to Reno.
Did they even go home? Did they just stay in the airport? Oh, that's hilarious.
They got to they landed in the airport, went out front to meet her sister, who helped them change out their luggage.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
And then went back in.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's great.
Yeah.
But they had to go through security again, but security in Las Vegas is nothing. That place is a great airport. Yeah, that's
pretty easy.
It's a fantastic airport. Yeah. So then you went to Reno. I believe you said pre-show that you played Jeddah 2 there. Is there a couple reasons why you chose Jeddah, or do you want to go into that?
I remember when the previews came out, I saw his cards. I'm like, wow, these seem pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always liked the character of Jeddah, not necessarily in UFS, but I'm just like, he seems really cool. And then when they revealed him, I was like, wow, he seems pretty good.
Yeah.
And I want to try and be the guy to crack him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, all the talk on all the Discords and the Facebooks and everything. And then there were 4 different talks about how to build him. And I just ignored all that and just did whatever I wanted.
Sure.
And I did okay. I mean, again, round 1 of that, I played against Brandon and his Cassie Cage, and that was just a really rough matchup.
Sure.
Especially because, sure, I get to debuild, but she gets to build and replace stuff.
And plus, a lot of her attacks have EX and stuff like that, so you're giving her free speed, and so if you don't have, that's pretty rough on that, on him at least. That's one thing you have to be very careful with Jeddah is that you don't want to have. You have to be very mindful of what your opponent's attack base is. Yeah,
well, I lost in game 3 because I made a mistake, and instead of taking out his what's the Chun-Li card that shuffles a momentum into your deck?
Oh, Voices in the Dark.
Yeah, instead of taking that out, I took out something else that didn't matter.
Oh, okay.
And so he was able to Voices in the Dark one of his momentum, or I would have been able to get the alt win condition off of
off of Distraction Destruction.
Off of Distraction Destruction, and that was like my sixth or my like fifth attack. Too,
okay.
Distraction and Destruction.
Sure.
So yeah, he was able to like dump one of his momentum on my turn, and it was just all right. Well,
that's too bad.
My mistake.
Yeah.
And then I played some Reno players. Ended up playing against Chris Gordon, who, man, oh man, I'll tell you, that guy just had really bad luck in round 5 because he got paired up against Kevin.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But his Kotal Khan deck.
Oh, I heard this Kotal Khan deck's supposed to be pretty sweet, dude.
It plays a lot like a Spike 2 deck.
Sure. Okay.
He just plays a ton of attacks, and it was brutal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he didn't make tops, so his list never got posted. So, and I know that we've been trying to get the list. I've been trying to get the list. I think Kevin may have sent it to me, but I don't know.
I think I have it.
Okay.
Somewhere I can look for it because I think we got it.
Okay.
From him, and if I have it, I'll send it to you.
Because Kotal Khan's one of probably my favorite character out of Mortal Kombat, the set at least. Johnny Cage is my all-time favorite, but
well, of course, duh.
But Kotal Khan's probably my favorite UFS Mortal Kombat character. By
the way, speaking of Mortal Kombat,
yeah,
I am so disappointed in myself when I look back. No offense, at the trade I made you at the start of Mortal Kombat when I traded you a Nutcracker for a Vicinity Blast.
Oh, I know, isn't that weird? Well, you gotta think though, like at the time, the Nutcracker was like, the Nutcracker was here, and Vicinity Blast was like, oh man, Vicinity Blast, everyone wanted. I didn't know that either at the time. I just wanted a Nutcracker. And I'm just like, I just wanted my 4 Nutcrackers. And here we go. Now we look back, and yeah, there was some weird things. Like I was trading punch walks for like, just like crazy stuff. Like I was getting, like people just wanted punch walks, and it was like, I'll take this stuff.
One of them.
Yeah, and it was insane. It was just crazy. People were just trading for stuff left and right, and it's kind of funny how we look back now, and it just, I don't know, just it's weird how things just end up like scaling at the end. You know, it's like now, was it like Nutcracker is one of the most expensive cards in that set right now, behind like Princess Perry and Fatality. It's nuts, yeah. To pardon the pun, it's nuts, but yeah, yeah.
But so Reno didn't really pan out for me. I had played my 5th round against Scott Sunman, and we were both playing to make tops.
Okay.
And man, I'll tell you, his Kung Jin deck is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen the list. It's pretty insane.
It's pretty. It's definitely not like any other Kung Jin. Definitely. So
nope. You know. He beat me one of the games with 0 foundations, and he played, I want to say, 8 or 9 attacks.
That's insane. That's just insane. That's nuts. That's crazy. That's Like we have a Kung Jin here that uses Fatality to get momentum, and then uses his F to get momentum, and then he uses that Felicia card to build. You know, on turn 1 or whatever, going second. And then and then he like does like Caltrops to stun you, and then he does like a fucking sand grenade for 1,000,000 damage on turn 1 if you can do it. Yeah, it sucks. It's pretty brutal, but he loses the low blocks, so it doesn't matter because as long as you have speed hate early, and then or you have like Guile's face, and it's like cool, I blocked that on a 6, and maybe I don't die, but. He hit a dude for 104 on last Wednesday. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, 104. Yeah. Yep. It was like really late. Yeah. It was against a newer player. It was against one of his buddy's brothers who's kind of new. He's not very good. So he was like, he's playing Spike 1, so he's just building a lot and flipping and stuff. And Nathan like stunned him out with like stun like 10 or something or whatever, and just dumped it all. And yeah, it was stupid. Yeah, he was like, I got hit with 104. I was like, wow, cool.
Oh, it was Reese?
Yeah, Reese did it, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, yep.
Reese, don't be such a meanie.
I know, right? I know. And then we played, I played my Akuma against it, and I just demolished it because it's Akuma. Yeah, it's Akuma. I'm not playing that locally for local events because it's not very fun for people to play against, but before tournaments, I'm playing it for to get games.
Oh, for sure.
Morrigan's going to be my locals deck because that deck needs testing and tweaking and all that fun stuff. But yeah, so Reno, I understand where you said Reno didn't end on a great note, but So go.
But
so yeah,
the trip was fun.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, of course. You always get to see people. You get to hang out, do UFS things for an entire weekend, and then go home and be sad because you wish you can just do UFS things and hang out with people all the time. So, for the most part, at least when you come home from Rockford, you feel like that. So, so now looking forward to 2019, what are personal goals, or what are your aspirations? Do you Tim Keefe, or he said that one of his big sticking points was release dates. He's hoping Jasco can hit those release dates, and other stuff like that. So go ahead and elaborate on your what your hopes are for 2019.
Yeah, that would be great. The release dates, the improving communication, just. Mm-hmm. If it stays at least where it is now and continues to get a little bit better, that'd be fantastic. Mm-hmm. I'd like to see another 3 sets minimum this coming year.
I agree. I agree.
I know there's the 4 dates or whatnot, but I don't think those are necessarily set in stone.
Yeah.
And so that I'd like to see how this new. Excuse me, sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
I'd like to see how this new PT schedule format works out. I really like the kind of more regional focus.
Sure. Because there's more of a focus now on the West Coast now, right? With California getting a bunch of events now.
That's the other thing is I know I'm definitely going to at least a few more PTCs this year than I did.
Sure.
Or this coming year than I did the current year.
Yeah.
Because there's 3 or 4 in California.
Yep. There's one in Arizona, if I in Phoenix, which I believe isn't that far of a drive for you guys. Maybe.
No, that's about 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, that's not horrible. That's not that bad.
And unfortunately, Vegas didn't get one this year.
Yeah.
And that's understandable because we didn't really have a good presence this last year.
I get it.
But there's another one in Reno, which. Unfortunately, I don't see getting a huge turnout of Vegas people because it's the week after Worlds.
Oh, yeah, people may be burnt out a bit. Yeah, I get that.
Well, I don't see a lot of people being able to take Worlds weekend off and then the next weekend off of their jobs and whatnot and be able to go.
I got you.
But we've got 3 or 4 events in California. We've got 1 in Arizona, so there's that. Mm-hmm. I'm planning on going to Rockford and winning that finally.
Nice.
I may or may not try to go to Atlanta. I'm not sure. Okay. I've already got a lot of stuff early in the year, so
that's one.
Unfortunately, my early year is pretty full.
That's kind of one thing I was looking at. Is I'm lucky. I have 4 within driving distance, so I'm set. And then there's Worlds, and then I'm skipping Nats this year because we're going on a 10-year anniversary trip. So
awesome! Awesome. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. But I'm looking forward to seeing you because I haven't seen you probably since Worlds.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's been a long time. Holy shit, man! I'm a bad friend and a bad host. I should have had you on.
Me too.
But so you're looking forward to the new release dates. Are you? I know you're always gunning to win events. So if you could, other than Worlds and Nationals, because everyone wants to take those down.
Sure.
What would be the one PTC you would want to take down? If you had Rockford, sweet, yes.
Rockford.
Yeah.
It's absolutely Rockford for this reason. I'll tell you.
Okay.
Rockford, I feel, has taken the place as kind of the premier PTC of the year.
Sweet. That's what we like to hear.
Because it's so central.
Yeah.
And you've done such a good job organizing it in the past years and building it up to what it is. Mm-hmm. You always have great players show up. Mm-hmm. You've got, if not necessarily the most seasoned players, although the Midwest has been developing recently.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'll never say you guys are slouches because you can still bring some skill.
Yeah, we can sometimes.
But with the amount of players that the Midwest has been developing recently, mm-hmm. With the great Indianapolis crew, the always enthusiastic Rockford crew.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You got Omaha, you got Michigan.
Now there's and now there's Wisconsin has been doing well, and the champs from Michigan coming over. So it's just such a great amount of talent and skill and experience in Rockford. Plus, it's my home state.
Yeah,
where I grew up. So
that's right. Yeah, I'm hoping to. I think Atlanta is probably the #1 PTC for the most in my eyes. Like we're really close. Like we're really close on like just not like skill level, because those guys are amazing. Like you can't top that with them in Michigan and all that stuff. But like as a gathering place for everybody, it's almost as good as Atlanta in my eyes. So. We're getting there. We're almost there. We have to a couple more years, then I think we're going to be there, but we're close. But we're happy to host everybody. So now with that, I think we're going on like on 30 minutes. We're probably going to end it. So
sure. No problem.
But so I'm going to say thanks, Tim. Appreciate it. We're gonna hopefully gonna see some good things out of you this year. Hopefully to see you more on the Guile treatment or on like maybe deck profiles or whatever. We're gonna try to get you on more. And then also we're hoping to see you topping at UFS events, because topping means usually you're doing really well, and if you do really well, you get cool stuff. So we want you to do well. Everyone,
I'd like to see that too.
Yeah, like I want to see all my friends do well. It's kind of hard to root against anybody.
Right.
Other than damn Mark Wisniewski, who always beats my ass. I'm gonna root against him all the time. Nah, not really. Nah. Slam's my buddy, so I can't root against him either. But all right, Tim. So we're gonna go ahead and just move on to our next interview. So thanks again, Tim.
Sure.
And you take it easy.
No problem. Thanks for having me again.
So we're talking about Reno and Anna Karras winning. So do you think do you think he can win another event with these new cards, like with Akuma and all that? Do you think he is able to stand up to that stuff?
I think there's a decent chance he's going to cycle before there's another event.
Okay. I'm just asking. Just,
So.
You never know. But.
Didn't he just do it?
But you think those were, like, optimally tuned decks, though? Like, I don't know.
I
don't know either.
I almost don't think like Akuma does that much against him.
Mm-hmm.
He packs like some revokes and stuff, but I don't know. Akuma pumps a lot of like speed and damage, and
true.
Anna Karras likes that. So
well,
the biggest thing is like, can you block like Kongu?
Yeah, I guess so.
You might be okay.
Yeah, true.
So
I get that. Cool. All right. So we have one more person to talk about their 2018. It is Clint Church Badger. Sorry, no scary dolls in this video.
You mean you're welcome, no scary dolls.
No, you're sorry. I actually thought there was I think I might have cut it out, but I thought there was a doll in the corner because it looked like it had like a head with like a veil over it. It was just a lamp. I freaked him out by saying, I think there's a doll in there. He's like, what is going on? Because there were no dolls in that room. They had taken them all out because the person had left, or they got rid of them because they scared someone, because they were in the guest room. So if you stay in the guest room, you get to stay in the doll room, so you get to get killed in the middle of the night by the dolls. So stay tuned for church. We're here with Clint Badger of the Badger Club. He's going to talk to us about his 2018 and then what his hopes, dreams, his desires, and whatever else he wants for 2019. So go ahead, take it away. Have fun. Good and bad and ugly.
Yeah. No. Okay. So 2018 sucked.
Okay.
That's a good way to start this, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. Hey, man, I think Mike Hardiman said the same thing, so it's okay. So now I have to put your interview after Mike's because Mike, yeah. It wasn't very eventful.
Yeah, you got references.
Yeah, references. But anywho, so we started off with Cowboy Bebop.
2017 was a bit more. Yeah, let's just keep cutting each other off.
It's fine.
That's just the best way to do it.
Okay, go ahead.
2017 was overall kind of disappointing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had one release overall.
Yeah.
Hey, there were 2 sets, but we had one legal one.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to, we kind of like just missed the barriers. Like December 2016 and January 2018 we had sets. So it's like, 2017 had one set, but barely.
Yeah.
And then 2018, the year that just left, math. We got 3 in, and that was pretty good. I'm sure that this has been detailed by everyone who's going to be on this episode.
For the most part, but it's okay. We like getting people's different spins on things, so.
Yeah, so when Jasko watches this in 2020, they're going to go, oh, so that's what we did. It's just, the one set in 2017 didn't really matter much once you got to 2018, and the whole design curve for the game changed, and all of a sudden characters matter much more. And when you run a character, you just slap their whole deck together, and like Bebop is cool. I've been waiting for Bebop since 2015. 3 years later, here it comes, and it's devastating.
Yeah, that
it wasn't as immediately obvious when it came out, you know, but then once you start playing with it and things start to click together, like I thought Asimov and Katarina were just going to be like a fun, interesting deck, and then you just start doing like 20 damage attacks left and right for barely a cost. Like, they got to survive, that's the thing, but if you can figure out a way to do that, you can make, I don't know, second to Worlds or something, you know?
That is true. You can win a PTC with them at least. You can do that too. He did do that.
Yeah. So, am I coming through staticky or am I...
You're good, dude. You're fine.
Okay. You're staticky over here, but that's just my garbage internet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're all right.
You're also on a delay, so when you try to respond to my questions or something, it comes through like 10 seconds later.
It's fine.
It's just going to be a lot of awkward silence. So
it could be, but all that matters is my side, and I'm getting, and it actually looks okay, so you're good. So you're fine.
Yeah, if you're getting it fine, that's yeah. But yeah, I mean, Bebop was fun. It's just the problem was it in of itself alone. So when you get to Worlds, in top 8 is 7 Bebops and 1 Stone Man that snuck in because he beat the one other Bebop. That's just not cool. I mean, yeah, there were 9 characters in Bebop, but then you banned 1, so it's perfect. Now your PTCs can be only 8, and then we had to live with that for 5, 6, 7 months or something. Like, it was out in January. Mortal Kombat wasn't out till mid-July, August for some people. September if you're in the UK and Canada. You know how it is. And that didn't really change. I mean, they couldn't go down in power. If they did, then it would still only be a Bebop format, so they had to stay the same.
Yeah.
And then... I mean, yeah, it opened it up with, 16 characters in that set, give or take a Chinook and Chinook helicopter. Yeah. And with that, it at least opened up Nationals, so that's more than 16 slots. Yeah. Everyone in Top Cuts can be Mortal Kombat and Bebop. You were there. What was the cut? Was it like top 8 with only Mortal Kombat?
I want to say there was a Bebop in top 8 because Mark made top 8. I know that he was playing Jet. So, but I want to say he might have been. I think he was the only Bebop to use. We actually also had a Red Horizon character make tops at Nationals because Heidi made it because Bo Tucker made tops and because he beat Garrett in top 16. He was playing Spike 1. Yeah. So it wasn't overall.
That's
dominant.
That's a weird fact.
Yeah, it's a very weird fact. Yes, it goes to show you that that she could still win things sometimes. So it's really weird. But then she got blown out the next round, anyways. But it doesn't really matter. Yeah,
that's how she works. I mean, she fought like the one opponent of 16 that doesn't kill you on turn 2. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect matchup. So I guess then we get to Street Fighter Darkstalkers. I'm going a bit fast. That's because I'm just talking about like what the sets were and how they impacted Top Cuts and everything. Like all the PTCs were roughly the same. You know, some people show up with Wrathy once in a while in like Arkansas, but that's neither here nor there, unless there is Arkansas, in which case it is there.
Yeah.
So not many people have played with Street Fighter Darkstalkers yet in a professional level. You know, it hasn't been out much.
Yeah.
World is coming up eventually. People will play it there in theory, but there were 10 total characters in the set is the problem. That doesn't spread it out much. Like, if we had another set like Bebop after Bebop, then there'd be 16 total characters, and that's just not going to help anybody. Like, this... I heard a very good way of putting it recently, and they're not really my words, but I like these words, so I'm going to tell you that they're my words.
Okay.
Where Street Fighter Darkstalkers is a set that's basically Indines, where you got 8 pre-made characters, you're buying their turbo decks, except you're paying $400 to buy them 1 card at a time. And then when you get it together, you make the deck that Jason told you want to make, and that's your deck.
I think I heard those same words too, and I kind of agree with this set for sure on that one. Yeah. It seemed like this set had definitely is more of a here we tell you how to play these characters, but like Mortal Kombat was more of a, hey, you can do this, but you can also do much more with these characters than just what their support does. You know, sure you play it, but
was open. I mean, if nothing else, Cassie brought support for Guile. If you're weird, yeah.
But then
that's not.
I don't know. I hope the sets are more open ended, like Mortal Kombat going forward, instead of the paint by numbers like Darkstalkers versus Street Fighter. But
those are the words I've been using a lot lately. Paint by numbers. And like I kind of like the Street Fighter Darkstalker set, but as a deck builder, it doesn't appeal to me. Like I've built 2 or 3 different Chun-Li's, and they've all ended up looking virtually the same. I don't even use many of her attacks; it just ends up looking the same. And that's just the same for all the characters. Like you're gonna get different Liliths on different symbols, but they're gonna play the same. They're gonna run most of her cards. And I don't know. That's not fun as a deck. But like, that's kind of why I did the deck profile on Donovan, because he's not a paint by numbers character. He's not in the set. He's got his own action, and it's like a staple.
It is. Yeah, it's a staple.
I'll run that as a 4-up and an Earth character as long as I got one of the symbols. I don't care.
It's a very good card. It's a very, very good card.
It's a very good card. I'm proud to own 2. I would like to own 2 more, but such is life. I guess Helene is cool, but I hear she's really bad.
It just seems like if you want to play her, you can do better things with other characters, in my opinion. Like in my opinion. But
I've been running her like 35 attacks.
Oh my god!
And it seems that a lot of people are not a lot of people. I've been hearing other people doing that.
Sure.
And it's weird that it's virtually the same deck. So it's like we're doing paint by numbers without it being pre-made for us. We all figured out the same deck. Like, and not many people, like 3 or 4 people, but still completely disassociated. Like I heard Brian Harris was telling me about a guy in his playgroup. They showed me the deck, and it's like, this is 3 cards different from what I made, and that's weird. So
mine.
I don't know if that's good for a box topper character.
I want to say mine's like 23 attacks. My attack count's low, but that's how I just build decks. I don't play a lot. I don't play a lot. My attack
count's low. 23.
23. It's low. It's low. But
honestly, I was converting my Lilith to Ultra today. Like I have a physical copy, and I never really physically counted everything out. And I have 21 attacks in there, and that never really felt like crippling, even though I run it like a 60 plus character thing.
It's most likely probably because all of her stuff's really cheap. It's like 3s and 4s. She doesn't unless you play some 5s with her, but it's mostly 3s and 4s.
I played 4x5.
Oh wow, okay, all right.
I took out Air Ground Smash. I used to run like 1 Air Ground Smash because I like draw. But it was a bit rough. I was happier with it being something else. But I guess that's not really 2018 anymore. I did that today. This is 2019.
It's 2019.
Stuff to talk about.
So now, so now we can go into what are you expecting out of your 2019 in UFS? I guess.
I mean, I'd like to do better. I did okay in 2018. In teams and worlds, I did.
We did.
How we do, man?
Well, it was you and Kelly did fine. I did really bad because I was high all weekend on painkillers. So that was the worst weekend I've ever had. Oh, teams, I should say. My singles run wasn't bad, but teams was.
Well, thanks, man.
I
feel Rodney always does for me. He does okay in teams, plays the same deck for singles, does great.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that you picked up that slack.
I guess so. Someone had to. He had retired for like 6 months, but whatever. So
we came in like second last in teams after Swiss was done. So that's great.
Yeah. We had a fun time though. I still had fun doing it.
Running Fire Jet. I like that. Oh yeah, we absolutely had fun.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
We played people that I've never heard of, and they've never heard of me, and that was entertaining.
Then you're like, I'm on this card. They're like, what is this?
I would unroll a play mat with my card on it, and they wouldn't know what that is.
Yeah.
What a world, man. What a world. It's a completely different world at the bottom table.
It is. It totally is. Yep. Oh, it is. Sometimes the bottom tables are a little more adventurous sometimes. So.
A little more weird. Well, I feel like my deck belonged at the bottom table. I'm not going to lie. It was doing good. Like, as I said, I'm more of a deck builder. I like to build interesting things. So I built, like, a Fire Jet with, I'm not even kidding when I say Mexican Typhoon in there for the Spike matchups. And I ran, of course, 4 tech steers, and I would just mill myself till I hit like the hot 1x attacks that I had in there, remove them with jet, and then tech steer them in. And we fought the team that ended up Swiss champing in first round, the British, Grant Padley and Mike Hardiman and Depton. And the fear in the eyes of Grant when I played, and he was playing Spike. It was the perfect matchup. It was what I wanted.
Yeah,
I was gonna Typhoon. The fear in his eyes when he saw that Typhoon just made my weekend worth it. I guess that was all I really did that for. Sure, the deck was bad, but I mean that was delightful.
Oh, yeah, hey, as long as you had fun.
I can't remember other attacks that I ran. Yeah, it was fun.
Didn't you have like drill bomb in there too? You had like a 1x drill bomb,
I had one drill bomb. It was in the side for like weird matchups, and I brought it in. And then I read it again after I used it, and it's like, oh, you've got to name a card first, then they reveal. I thought it was reveal, then name a card.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not that good.
I was fighting Spike 2, and I was like, I don't know, Space Salvo? And then he revealed like 2. And it's the only reason I lived through that game.
That's awesome.
That was weird. I didn't earn that. I used my detective skills.
Yeah, just randomly guessing.
What did I do in singles? I played Good Fae, and I love that deck. I still love it, but I think it's too slow for this meta because it's like a turn 5 kill thing. It does a lot of discard pile looping, like it gets +4s on top all the time. And grabs back all tech attacks and goes in forever. So I ended up about 18th, 19th in Swiss, somewhere around there. I remember Grant Padley and I were one off of each other. We were like 18, 19 or something like that. Yeah. And I just felt bad. But you weren't bad about how I did.
You weren't Graven Castle, right? You were just you weren't a Graven Castle Fae, right?
No, I wasn't like Graven Castling in like Woody's Shield. I wasn't even running Woody's Shield, you know?
Oh, okay.
I mean, I still had Black Dog Fangs because that's just fun. That's a good kill. In the last round of Swiss, I was fighting Barrett, Mr. Guy who won Nationals. I missed killing him by 1 damage. So that's going to haunt me forever. Especially when you have a card with your face on it that adds 1 damage to all your attacks. And I looked at it, and I did not use it. And then, so that happened. It wasn't in my staging area. It was in my discard pile, and I had Alpha Mail, so I could bring it in.
You could have brought it
I looked at my discard pile with the Alpha Mail, and I'm like, I don't need anything. And then I just kind of kept going in, and...
It's okay.
Gonna haunt me for the rest of my day.
Hey man, it's not as bad as forgetting to double cats, okay? Like double cats and you're in top cuts at Worlds, that's it's not as bad as that, so yeah. But anywho.
Yeah, the both of us missed tops for different fair enough. So normally I try to hit up a PTC every year, sometimes 2 if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Did not hit up a PTC this year. I had booked off at a PTC. I had the money for the plane ticket, but then I thought, you know what? I think I hate the Bebop meta. So I just didn't go, and I stayed at home.
Yeah.
I watched stream, and I hated what I saw.
Yeah.
There were 5 Spike ones there.
Yeah.
Like, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
A couple of Murdochs, like... Oh my god, I'm so happy I didn't go. I mean, it'd be nice to hang out with my friends, but I'm not paying like $600 Canadian to fly down there and get spiked every round.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm glad about that.
You just lived vicariously through Rodney anyways, so that was fine, you know?
Yeah. Like it was like me and Rob sitting online watching the stream and just laughing at these poor souls who flew out there for that. I don't even know who won it anymore.
Keenan did. He won with Mad Pro.
With that Euro deck. Yep, that makes sense. And I guess aside from that, the only other big thing I went to was Nationals, which I did different at. See, you and I made second last in Swiss teams, and then I went to Nationals, and I did second in Swiss for teams.
I got 4th.
That's a good jump from left to right side of the spectrum. I mean, we got the band back together. We ran Badger Club again. We like our pun names. First time caught rod-handed. This time we were Outworld Marco Place. So next time it's got to be my turn.
Yeah, it should be.
I'm really hoping there's something with like a CH in it in the next set so I can get a good pun in there. I'm thinking Outworld... Ovipositor Churcher is the top line for the next name.
Nice.
It's bad, so I'm hoping for something bad.
Yeah.
But I don't like it. So yeah, we made second in Swiss, and then we got promptly knocked out of top 8 on a little bit of a bad call for matchups. No offense, Rodney, but some offense, Rodney. It was good, though. I enjoyed it. I knew I'd get a whooping on. I ran kind of my take on the Anakaris mill deck, which is with Keith, which I feel is a bit more consistent. You can just pull back fatality every turn. You don't need to rely on Surveyor, and you can heal like usually 3 to 5 health every attack based on just Sawblade Strikes, and then I have a few other healing efforts.
Yeah.
So I generally heal up to 27 on every attack. Well, then sometimes you fight Jackie Briggs, and she's like 30, and you can't full block everything. So eventually that's going to kill you.
Yep, I agree.
So that was my top experience. That was great. And then singles, I ran back the same deck, hoping to do a bit better. And then I was like, I fought Heidi, and then I fought, Heidi beats that deck like 95-5 or something. It's ridiculous. I don't have a chance. I almost killed her, just like throwing Sawblade Strikes at her and recurring them every turn.
Oh, wow, that's nuts. I guess that's your plan then. You just throw Sawblade Strikes.
I got her down to 3 health in one game and 4 health in another game. When I got her to 3, I looked at the bang in my hand, but it wasn't on Symbol Chain, and it was just depressing. I think I did actually lose like 1-2 instead of 2-0, so that's good. I think. That feels okay. But that was the only game I won in singles. I went 0-3, and then we took a lunch break, and then I got really drunk and did
commentary. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I think people are
on, and
people want that back. They want you guys at Worlds, so if you guys they want that back at Worlds, and they want you guys just doing it all the time, because that was some hotness there, dude. That was some good stuff.
I mean, I would like to do it. It was very fun to do. I really enjoyed it. I think Rodney also really enjoyed it, especially because there was a drink at the bar of the hotel called Rodney Strong Merlot, so we had to get that.
Yeah.
And it was like a nice Merlot wine, so we were sipping wine. And we
was
were
a fancy stream. It was super fancy.
And then, but what table we streamed was based on what they gave us, like what Luke Butler picked. He was streaming a top table and then his pick table, and his pick table was literally table 49 of 49 because he wanted to see Eligor fight. So we watched Eligor. It was like round 6 or something. Yeah. No one had any hope of topping. And like, oh my god,
they're fighting it out for prizes.
Team top cuts. That would have been really fun to do. Yeah. And then in that, they announced Soul Calibur, and like 2 people in the room were surprised. I don't know what's wrong with those people.
Yeah. Everyone was pretty much ready for that announcement for the most part, because that had been a rumor for a while. That was the only one that made sense. I should say.
It should be out February 1st, so that's like about 3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
One of these days they'll get to previewing it, and maybe we'll see some box art, and it'll be out in no time. Everyone's hopeful about this. It's really gonna happen. We all believe it.
Yep. Let's hope.
Yeah. So I'm hopeful that for 2019 I'm gonna kill a man.
Oh wow. Okay.
So as I was saying, I was playing Faye deck. Faye, as I said, I kill on like turn 5, 6. I recur 100 attacks and then I play them 100 times. But I could very much just drop dead before that. You find that out when you fight Mad Kuro or Jet, or also Jet, or Jet. I hate that meta.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I think a lot of people
do. Yeah, like that. It was very fun. I enjoy that kind of deck. And then, of course, as I was saying, I played a Nationals, a deck that did not hurt people. Like, if I hurt someone, it's a weird day. It's an accident. I'm sorry. I did not mean to make you stub your toe for 1 damage on my attack. So I think I just want to run a deck that kills people next time. Yeah. Because I've got tired of this meta being too fast for me in the playstyle that I want to play. So I've got to find the middle ground between fun deck that I want to play and thing that can actually kill a man. Sure. Making hand gestures off screen, but I always do that.
Oh, you're on.
Yeah, so currently I'm thinking of Lilith, but I hear so many people are running Lilith that I don't know. Maybe Donovan, but that dude sure does just walk into deadlock and then dives to deadlock. And if someone plays Bang, he just goes, "Oh, I die."
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Or if someone stuns him out completely, and then he's like, "Oh, well, I can't do anything then." So I can draw cards when I block, but other than that, I have to hope to block. you know. So
So that makes me very excited for the DLC packs.
Yeah.
We're just talking about all the sets in 2018. Mortal Kombat kind of less so than the others, but still it was as a whole paint by numbers.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 sets were Mortal Kombat, just less so, as I'm saying. But the DLC characters probably can't be, right? They have 1 attack and they have one foundation that they come with.
Yep.
You can't paint by numbers that unless you've got a character with 3 spike 1 symbols and they deal with face downs and you're like, Jasco, what are you doing?
Yeah, or like
but
you have
assuming they don't do garbage like that.
Yeah. Or you have like a fire earth good character and they deal with stun, you know, because that would just be stupid.
Yeah, fire earth character. This guy removes things from his discard pile and he improves stun rating.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
It's like, come on, man.
Get Man from Mega Man 6.
Yeah. I know a lot of people are hoping that there's Mega Man characters in the DLC packs.
Yeah. Because there's still a good bit missing that a lot of people would like to see. Like Shade Man is one that my friend's hoping for, things like that. Or Dust Man.
Yep.
Oh, there's one dude that's a train. I think his name is actually Charge Man. And all he does is like, well, he's a train, so he just charges
people.
Yeah.
Ooh, there you go. You got a new charge character, Jasco, right there.
Yeah,
easy peasy.
It's redesigned character. Why aren't they doing this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Could have come out in Street Fighter and no one would have cared. I mean, like the Street Fighter era, where everything's based on like a specific word and everything. Not so much anymore.
Yep.
So if they do what they're saying and they release 4 DLC characters a month, that's at least 8 legal for Worlds, because I don't think the April one will be legal for Worlds. That's probably not right, because Worlds is at the end of April.
Yeah. Well, they might, if it's released at the beginning of April and everyone can get it before then, they might have it legal.
The problem is everyone getting it, because if they release it at the beginning of April, got to ship to Canada, got to get caught up in customs, they've got to search it for drugs, they've got to charge me $50 because they searched it for drugs, and then it shows up April 23rd, and I'm not able to get them because I'm already flying to Vegas. Like, that would be a little unfair.
Yeah.
So, especially the UK people, if anyone from there flies out, they're just not getting those
That's
characters.
True. That's true.
If you preview them, then it should be okay, because everyone will at least see it and be able to come up with deck theories, assuming it's also on UFS Ultra. You can throw things together. So I guess the DLC characters are my big hope for 2019, that there'll be something fun in there. They said they're going to make the symbols even, all 12 symbols within the 4 characters, which I think is a bit limiting to you, but then again, assuming the DLC characters are a bit varied, it shouldn't be much of an issue, but maybe they're going to be like 1 per pack. Like, here's your 4 DLC characters of Bebop characters, here's 4 for Mega Man. I don't know how they're doing it, but if they mix it up, like here's 1 Bebop, Mega Man, Mortal Kombat, and Street Fighter all in 1 pack, that would make sense.
That would be neat. I'd like that. I think
that would be that. Oh, maybe Soul Calibur. I hear that's a license.
Yeah, Soul Calibur will probably be in there too, but I don't know. I'm hoping that it's not.
Yeah, but I think picking up the licensed characters would be ideal, because you can't pick like 4 Mega Man villains and then be like, we got to get all 12 symbols on only these 4 guys. Like, then you're not really going to get symbols that make sense. You're going to get abilities that are off the wall. If you mix up the licenses like that, you can get symbols everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like get yourself a new Ryu, because we need a playable Ryu. Like, honestly.
I would also say we could probably bring back like version 3s of some of the Red Horizon characters, which would be...
Oh, absolutely. I'd be happy to see that. You've been crying for a new Vespera since like 2013.
Yeah,
so.
I have been, yes. Yeah,
that was before you even started the game, so that's meaning something.
Yeah, it is.
You were dreaming about her before you did the thing.
Because I know, like, I mean, people want a new Reese, too. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there's still a legal Reese.
Yeah, there's still a
legal. But then again, you'd be like, well, there's still a legal Ryu. You don't need a good one.
Yeah. No, we need this power level of characters, not this power level. So.
Yeah. Like, you really can't go too far before Bebop and find playable characters that you can win tournaments with. You did Yamato Man, and that's probably still a good one.
Yeah.
He's like one of maybe 5. I think we counted this out at Worlds. There were maybe 5 characters you could expect that weren't Bebop to top 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we did that too.
I think we said Stone.
Yeah. Like Platinum's kind of pushing it. Like, you could get a couple of the Platinum characters, but anything before that, it's like Vega and a few other guys, and that's pretty much it. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. When Platinum came out, its characters were roughly like the top of the bunch. Like, they seemed really good, and then the envelope just got pitched a bit more, or pushed, whatever that word is supposed to be.
Yeah, it's pushed.
And then those characters aren't relevant anymore. Like, there was a hot minute where Woodman looked to be fantastic, maybe broken. Everyone was saying, I loved Woodman. He's so much fun. I love drawing a card as a cost. I mean, basically a cost.
Yeah.
Basically drawing a card. You know what I mean? You've seen Woodman. There he is on screen. Wait, no, he isn't. You don't do that on this.
I can do it for this one. I can do that.
Well, yeah, then Brett Hillman brought Woodman to Worlds, and he got stomped. It just isn't relevant anymore. Man. What a world 2018 was.
Just too slow.
You kill a man or you just don't play UFS.
Yeah.
That was it.
For the most part. Yeah. And then, I'm hoping that 2019 is more of a stabilization of the meta since we're going to have more sets in this type of design space. So maybe the game won't be as roller coastery. So
they're actively designing away from the decks that Rodney and I love to make of, 30 plus attacks because they hate that garbage. How Ken says he can only pump 4 higher diffs. You can't just fill your deck with 3 diffs. And Lilith, of course, says she has to make a 5 check, so she can't just fill her deck with attacks. Things like that. And I don't know. I like to think outside the box, and that used to be one of my ways of thinking outside the box. Used to be. So I'll have to find a new way to think outside the box. I hate your box. Maybe I don't want to play with your box. It's got too many holes in it. Maybe your box dies to bang too easily. Things like that.
Awesome. So anything else for 2019 before we end?
We should get more symbols with bang or stop so that every symbol can be relevant.
Oh, so you mean you can side it in no matter what? Yeah. I mean you can off symbol it?
You can have other bangs. I mean, that's stupid. You don't need to. I'm pretty sure in all deck 1 nationals it's fine. Yeah. But that's because no one runs bang. And I'm afraid of it, but no one runs it. But then I know I'll just run into it anyway. So what does it matter?
Yeah.
Ugh, what a world. What a world.
We're getting to a point where
I don't want to see too many sets. Yeah. We're getting to a point where whatever you were saying is going to happen.
Yeah. Yep. I'd rather see 3. 3 sets a year plus DLC is fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
A year.
That's fine.
Like we just had Street Fighter Darkstalkers at the end of the year. Please give my wallet a break. 4 is probably a bit much. I mean, if they're Street Fighter Darkstalker sized, I only bought 2 boxes, and I'm feeling all right. I mean, of course, that means I'm missing a ton of the sets, but I mean, singles exist. There's more singles stores popping up left and right.
Yeah. Cool. Alrighty then.
So, yeah, 3 sets is really good.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I've got a very good one.
What?
Canadian Nationals.
Oh, is there one? Is there going to be Canadian Nationals this year?
Not that I know of, but I would love for there to be one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Last year, Shane posted a little tease like, hey, maybe this year we'll have one. And that was last year, and we didn't have one. I don't know.
You're going to Worlds, though, right? And then are you going to
you asked me that, but I keep saying yes.
I mean, I asked you that before recording, so now we have your plans are for 2019. You're planning on going to Worlds, and you're probably planning on going to US
I go to every cardboard event that I could feasibly go to. Like I can't get to the UK, that costs way too much money.
Yeah.
But I can go to Worlds, I can go to Nationals.
Sure.
I can beg for Canadian Nationals that won't exist. I'll do what I can. If there's an Edmonton PTC, I'll try to get the guys to drive out for that, or Calgary. Either of those could viably get a PTC, and I'll drive for that.
Yeah.
That's only like a 22-hour drive.
Hey man,
Canada's big, man.
I know. I never really thought of it that way. It's like I always thought it was really close together, but it's not. So. Yeah.
So it was a 22-hour drive to Edmonton a couple of years ago, and it was horrible.
Oh gosh, I would just fly. It's probably too expensive to fly, though. It'd probably just be cheaper to drive. But no,
it's about $87 to fly.
Oh wow, yeah, I just fly. There's no point to drive. You're insane.
Yeah.
All right, Church. So we're gonna end it. So thanks for coming on. We'll probably get you on the Guile treatment closer to Worlds, so we can talk about the meta and stuff. So. Because we'll have
and that new Soul Calibur set that exists.
That too, because we'll probably get you on for something else. So, all right. So thanks for coming on. We'll talk to you later. So that's pretty much 2018 as a whole. I don't know. I think overall it was a good year for Jasco. They had 3 sets come out. Their majors went off without real big hitch, snafu, or whatever you want to say. There was no real problems. There were no rulings made the morning after deck lists were turned in, so that was good. But yeah, so going into 2019, we have the promise of 4 sets, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
that's the plan.
That's the plan. So I would be happy with just 3 because my wallet would be so much happier with just 3, especially with the DLC packs and these Capcom tins and all these other things we have coming out. Even though I think the DLC packs you can win at your locals if you have locals. I know you don't, but other people may do.
I'm aware of this.
Yes, I know. But yeah, so that's why you have me, because then I'll get DLC packs, and then I can just funnel them to you guys.
This sounds great.
Yeah, I can just win DLC packs, and then funnel them to you.
I think you might be able to buy them.
I'm
not fully clear on exactly the set.
How it goes is the store gets X amount for free for we now have to report events, like how many people are at the Premier Store event, blah blah blah. So I don't know if it's a Premier Store only thing, but your store will get some DLC packs for free. They can buy extra to sell to players who cannot win the free ones.
Right.
So
right, but what I'm saying is I don't know if it's something that stores can get if they're not Premier stores.
They can. They'll be able to.
They can?
They can, yes. It's not it's not a Premier Store only thing. I think you get free ones.
Not having a Premier Store. I mean, I like the Premier Store program. I like that they have that they just have people playing UFS, that it's sort of like supported. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not like our store that's like locally has that much stuff going on anyway. So it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice to be able to get them if your playgroup is smaller. I'm sure there's people that are have stores where they just have 4 or 5 people playing and don't have a Premier Store.
Yeah,
so
that's true. Yeah. Then we have Capcom tins, which are going to be a few packs of the latest Capcom sets. So I think Darkstalker versus Street Fighter, Battle for Power.
Has that been stated clearly, or is that just sort of the presumption?
That's the presumption of the sets. Okay. That's the presumption.
So don't.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't say that.
Let's wait and see.
I'm going to assume that's what's in it, but and then we're gonna get promos, like a special tin only foundations or whatever in there. So that's gonna be something to go out, and I believe that's something they're gonna try to push into Walmart and Target. That's their plan. They have something to present to them, I guess. So that's cool. So we may see the game kind of grow. If I don't know how many people buy their cards at Walmart and Target. I know I don't. So I go through my.
I mean, it's always sort of a thing that you want. It just gets eyes on it.
That's true. That's very true. Shoot. So I think, for me personally, I want to top Worlds this year. I want to win it, but I'm gonna start small and top Worlds. That's my goal, is to top Worlds. And I want to top my own PTC, goddammit. I want to top my own PTC. Yeah. That's the 2 goals. Yes. Other than that, I don't got much else going on. I push more content. I want more subscribers. I would love to grow this channel so much to the point where, let's get monetized, baby. But we need 1,000 people for that one. So go ahead and tell your friends.
That might be a little tough.
That's a little tough. That's tough. We have to triple our base to get that. So we got to start somewhere, though. Got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any big plans for 2019 now.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say ultimately you probably have to consider 2018 a success.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people didn't love some of the design stuff, but at the end of the day, Jasco got 3 sets out.
Yep.
Which is certainly a big improvement over 2017.
Yeah.
As a whole, I think the events went very well. Coverage was pretty good. Like I said, I didn't go to as many events this year, so a lot of them I had to sort of follow on Facebook or the Discord, or just getting some updates from people, and that was solid.
There were
I think it's interesting now. So at the end of the year, Shane is going to be back in the competitive pool. I guess whenever the next set comes out.
Yeah, he's able to play.
I think you can expect to see him in some top cuts.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly. And everyone's favorite former Jasco employee is a current Jasco employee again, with Ryan Pham.
Ryan Pham. Yep.
So that's always fun.
Yep.
He's a great guy. Like talking to him, and I know that he was. I feel like probably the first run through at Jasco is going to help him in this round, and sort of giving him a little more perspective on it.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's probably got some good stuff to bring to the table.
Yep.
bringing back like Sean Canaday to work on, I believe, like the website and stuff is definitely good. They could do to sort of like improve like their web presence. But yeah, I mean, I see a lot of new people. I know we talked about, I think after our Nats show, like you and I both had people like come up to us at Nats that like we had never met.
Yeah.
That were basically like, hey, like I watch the show sometimes, like good to meet you. And we were just like, great to meet you. Like great to see new players. We talked about Indy. I think they have some more like California events this year, which is great because I don't know if we had any this past year.
Nope.
I know a couple players out there. The big one that I know by name is like Iari.
Yep.
I saw he like took down a Premier Store event this past month, so like that's cool.
He's
he's a great guy.
So about him, he's my favorite YouTube viewer because he always calls out our misplays and we learn from that shit. So and he has good stuff to say in the comment thread. So thank you, Yari. We appreciate that. Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I'm definitely optimistic about this year. There's a ton of events scheduled, which I like. Obviously as a player that typically has to travel to play.
Yeah.
I know there's like other players like me that, are going to enjoy having like places to go and really just options. Cause if like there's an event scheduled on a bad weekend that you can't make, it sucks if that means that you're not going to get to play, in like a real match for like a couple months,
Well, cause there's more in the East Coast this year than last year, correct?
Yeah, there's a couple. Like there's one back in Rochester again.
Yep.
I believe there's one in Jersey.
Yep. Florida still has it. There's one in South Carolina too. I know that's not like close to you, but I know there's one in South Carolina.
South Carolina's closer than Florida, but
true.
Those are like technically like drivable. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in the Midwest. So yeah, it's just good. It's just nice that they think there's the support to like have all these events. That's great. Obviously, like you still got the majors going on. Yeah, it's just I guess you have the UK guys are talking about doing like kind of their little circuit over there, which is nice. I know that they
starts in 2 weeks.
Yeah, because they don't really get like the PTCs. I know they've had some in the past, but they definitely have like a smaller but definitely dedicated like following over there.
From what I believe Dan Austin in his interview talked about, it's 3 events or 4, and it's actually going all over. I think there's one. The first one is I don't think it's in Sheffield. It may be it's not in Sheffield because Mike talked about maybe not making it, but they're hitting all like the major play group stops. And I also heard that the Glasgow guys are coming down. They're also traveling for it too. So that's pretty cool because and I also some of the UK guys are coming over for Worlds. I heard this year. So not Mike, Dan, or Grant, but the other guys like Ollie and a few of the other guys.
They're all welcome.
Yeah.
Something that could be interesting. I know like there were like some of the Facebook posts about like some play groups in like Hungary and like Singapore and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it'll be really interesting if they have enough people to basically have like a Singapore Nats or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it'd be cool to see some like international champ cards. Well, I guess Chile UK champ cards are international champ cards.
I think Chile started back up too because they've been posting on the Instagram. They've been posting on the Jasco Games Instagram. So they've been. I know it's only 2 dudes playing, but they may get something start backing up. I know the guy who created Basilio, he's on the Discord now, I believe, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so that's pretty sweet. It's gonna be nuts. In my opinion, I think 2019 could be better than 18. As long we hit those release dates. That's the number one thing I believe that everyone's waiting for is we want the releases on time. If it ends up being that we only get 3 this year, I'm cool with that. I don't need 4. I'm good with that. So 3 is fine. But yeah, I think. It was.
Honestly, like I think it would be better. Like it's just gonna be better to just hit all your dates.
For sure.
I think they're positioned to do it. Yep. They brought their printer over to the US. Like, it seems like they have stuff like planned out a bit more in advance than they have in the past as well. Yeah. And I don't know. I think I feel like we often sort of say this, like, this is the year, this is gonna be the year that UFS blows up. And like, I don't know if it's ever gonna be like the year that UFS blows up in like the sense of like a Magic or a Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like, it's just, you're not gonna really have the exposure. But I think it's very easy to sort of be like, a person's like second game. Or, there's going to be the play groups where it's like a primary game. Some of the big places like the Omahas, the Indies, like Rochester, like just stuff like that. Atlanta.
Rockford. Yeah.
Rockford.
Yeah, don't forget about us.
But, yeah, I mean, if you're doing well, like if you're doing well, if you're in the black, if you're putting out sets, if you got cool licenses, I mean, that's all you need. Yeah. You get like a little bit of organized play support. Like I love the idea of the DLC packs. Like that's awesome. Especially anything to get like, a few more characters that are sort of at the current power level to kind of help get us sort of back to that feel of just, like pre-Bebop it's what, there's always about 150, 200 characters or something like that in standard. Yeah. And a lot of times, like, you really feel like you can play, like, almost half of them, like, viably. Yeah. There's always gonna be the, like, 3 or 4 that are, like, way up here. Yeah. And, like, they're probably better. But it's sort of nice when the space between here and here is, like, a lot more full.
True. Yeah.
So
you're saying Clown Man 2019.
Dude, sure. Let's go for it.
There we go. Right there. We know how to make you happy. Clown Man 2019. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. So. Yeah, me too. So yeah, I'm hoping that we keep going. I hope we have another year of this because I like doing the Guile treatment with you. I like talking about cards and just shooting shit and having fun and just making good content. So
yeah. I guess we'll probably. Have something in the description of the post. But yeah, we're also gonna do like a little contest.
I got the rules right here. Got the rules.
As Chris sort of said, we've been doing this for a year.
Yep.
And we really want to sort of like thank like the viewers and the people that have been watching, putting up with us, and tolerating our rambles.
Oh yeah, yours more than mine. I'm usually just wrong information and I say dumb stuff.
True.
You ramble.
I just talk about unrelated tangents.
Yes, you do, and I just ramble about shit. So,
but yeah, we've both of us have like some decent collections, and we'd like to give some stuff away to some viewers.
Yep.
I think we're gonna try to do like a comment contest. So comment, I guess, depending if this is a 1-part or 2-part video, whichever.
Yep.
Basically, just say like your favorite like moment of 2018. Yep. It can be like a story, it can be a time, it could be like. Somebody you met at an event. It can be like how you did in something. It can be like a cool deck, like whatever. Just something like at least tangentially related to UFS,
please. Yes.
In 2018.
Yes.
And I guess we'll sort of like pick the winner, and they can like have their choice of the prizes, and then the other ones we'll sort of give away.
Yep.
So I think Chris has like the list of stuff.
Yeah, I do. So we have a Prepare to Fight to give away. So that's pretty sweet. Everyone wants Prepare to Fights. It's one of the most sought after cards in Standard, I would still say, for the most part. Even though
it might be a little bit like I feel like it's not getting played as much anymore, but it's still good, it's a lot better to get one for free than have to chase Street Fighter boxes.
Yeah, exactly. Then we also have a set of admission fees. Me and Rob have a couple extra ones, so we're just gonna combine them and make a full set. So we know that's like the hot card from. Now, because of Akuma just being so ridiculous with it. And then Rob's also going to pony up a set of staples from pre-Bebop sets, like Dust in the Winds, Oath, Phobias, Clear Cutters.
Clear Cutters, yeah. Like I got to like sort of go through and just figure out like what exactly that is. So we'll have like a list of kind of what it is if you win and want to know.
And then also I have a bunch of extra foil characters from the prize support. All my guys here in Rockford have them. And for people who love foil characters, I'll let you pick, 10, 20 of them or whatever. I don't really care because we have a bunch of them and the stack's like this thick. So I'll give you one of each if you want. Sorry, I don't have 4 of every robot. I only got like 1 of every robot left over because everyone wants the foil robots. So I can do what I can. And there's probably no Ed 9s either because everyone steals all the Ed 9s right away because I guess you need 4 to make a deck. So whatever, I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, like Rob said, this will probably be at the end of episode 2. So it has to be on YouTube. So if you're a Patreon subscriber and you comment there, it doesn't count. You have to comment on the YouTube. Comment on this will probably be the second part of this episode. So comment on the second part. Don't comment on the first part. You can comment on the first part and tell us how bad we are, but the second part you have to comment for the contest. That's just the way it has to work. So we'll pick our favorite or whatever, and then
It's going to be a very clear and reasonable criteria.
Yes, please. Like pandering doesn't work at all. Whatever. Don't try to pander. It won't work. It will, especially about Rob. Say something good about Rob. Just come on.
No, just make me laugh. That's all.
Go. Yeah, just make him laugh. But yeah, so we hope to get a lot of comments down there. Don't forget to like the video. Please share it with your play groups because the more people who enter the contest, the better. Because we want as many people to get knowledge of this. Because I think Jasco also has. Sorry to jump back on. They have like that Soul Calibur contest going on right now too that ends like in a week as of recording. So contests are fun and everyone loves to play in contests, even for free stuff, especially if stuff's like $60. So why not? So but yeah, like, comment, subscribe again, all that fun. Check out our social links, the Patreon. Go ahead and become a subscriber. You get all of the content, Guile treatments, staging areas. You get them early. Usually the Guile treatments you get them a couple weeks early. Staging areas we have
a couple weeks early.
Couple weeks early, yes. The staging areas, we're starting a symbol identity series that JT commented on a post. He gave us an idea, so we're gonna run with it. We go over every symbol, like what defines the symbol, what kind of characters fit the definition, and with like staple attacks and stuff like that. It's pretty neat. We filmed a few episodes of that already, and you always get the Versus series. That's just on YouTube no matter what. That you don't get that for free. You don't get that for Patreon early, whatever. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, yes. So I'm trying to end the episode and I'm doing really bad at it. So but yeah.
Very concise.
Yeah, very, very. I'm rambling like you now. But anywho, have a good night and we'll see you next time on the Guile Treatment. Late addition to the 2018 In Review show. The guys at UFS University sent us a video, so here you go, watch it. Don't forget about the contest, and enter and comment in the box below. Let us know how we're doing. Talk to you later, bye.
What is up, Rockford CCG? UFS University here doing our 2018 In Review. The amazing host Chris Smith has asked us and a bunch of other creators in order to do a 2018 year in review. We just got our studio set up, and I thought we would take a couple minutes to sit down and just talk about 2018 in UFS history, the time capsule itself. So my question is how was 2018? Now, before we get into it, before we drop a couple knowledge bombs on all of you out there, I don't want this to be about us. UFS, you had an amazing year, but I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to review that. I want to review Jasco. I want to review the UFS meta. I want to review other content creators. That's kind of how I feel. We have our own channel on patreon.com/TCG University. You can try to find out all of that, but it's not what we're here for today. Okay, so tell me about 2018, Jake, the Big Johnson. Tell me about it.
Well, hello everyone for one, and my actual topic. I think the year was great. Started off with Cowboy Bebop coming out January.
Was it January or February?
End of January.
Yeah, January.
Okay.
That set release changed the entire aspect of the entire game. Sped the game up a lot. It was like a turn 4-5 meta before.
Yep.
Became a turn 2 meta overall. There's a couple decks that existed.
2.53 at the latest, yeah.
Yeah, 2.53. Then after that, we had Mortal Kombat, I believe.
Yep, we have Mortal Kombat.
Later that year. That changed the game again, slowing it a little bit down, making it a little healthier. Balance changes for the crazy Bebop stuff. Then we just recently got Street Fighter vs. Darkstalkers. Pretty basic, but
more balancing.
More balancing. kept the game at a healthy pace right now.
James, tell me about 2018. What's the one thing you remember from it?
I remember being the biggest loser.
The biggest loser. Second place at
Worlds.
How was Worlds ran? How did Jasco do at that event?
It was actually terrific.
Can you tell me about your Worlds experience?
The outside of how I did specifically, sitting down round 2, I think, when they handed during teams round 2, when they first handed us the hollow Mortal Kombat versus Mortal Kombat characters.
The Mortal Kombat versus Mortal Kombat characters, right?
Yeah. Those.
What was the character you pulled? Who were you given?
Quan Chi.
I was given Kotal Khan. Yeah.
Yeah, I got Melina.
Whoa.
I was like, whoa.
Wowzers.
Yeah, I really wanted to play Quan Chi.
Yeah, whenever I think about my 2018, what I think about is honestly the community. I think about all of us banding together on things that we like and we don't like, and I think about Jasco being able to answer those things and them being like the Joffis ran all year this year, like consistently.
Yes,
if they've had something important to say, they'd say it, and I super dig that. And so when I think about Jasco this year compared to last year, I absolutely loved how much when they were ready to tell us something, they didn't hold it back.
How involved they were.
They were very involved, especially in these channels. I talked to Jason on the Reg about things that we can do to improve our podcast or ways that he can help or vice versa. Travis, I want to talk to you about at-home participation when it comes to the game, at-home coverage. You didn't get to travel very much for the game. You went to the Omaha PTC, correct?
Correct.
And for all of you new kids who don't know about our channel, we are based out of Omaha, Nebraska, and so that's he went a couple blocks. But
Yep.
You are one of the most dedicated UFS players that I have in town. How was coverage? Tell me about. Without telling off my topic.
When we went to PTCs or when there was a PTC during the weekend,
what were you doing?
What was the experience like over the weekend of the knowledge?
I enjoyed the broadcasting of the various PTCs, and obviously I enjoyed watching Nats and all of that stuff. I think they performed it very well. I think it was pulled off in a manner that would make it look very professional. I wouldn't say that it felt like I was there, but it was about as close as I could probably get, I'd say, besides being in like a Discord or a Skype call with someone, obviously. But yeah, I think it was great. I enjoyed it.
2018 for me also was the year of Discord. I didn't even know Discord was a website until UFS. I have 3 Discords, 2 of them for this channel and 1 of them for just the UFS Shameless Discord. If you want into the Discord, hit me up on Facebook, Tamara Cardwell, and I'll give you a temporary pass. By all means, we want as many people, many voices heard as possible in the salt mines.
Yeah, we joined that at the Reno PTC, I believe, when we went to Vegas.
The very first of the year. That was a February PTC, right?
Yeah, February PTC. Yeah.
How were PTCs ran this year?
I thought they were great.
It started off
for the most part.
Yeah, like I think it started off a little rough, but then Jasco started listening, started handing out better products, more involved. Like I said,
I thought I don't know. I think this year was fine. I think every PTC correct product was given out.
Yeah, even diversity for somebody who... Anyways.
Maybe not. I mean, I got diversified too at Worlds.
Yeah, I get it.
I got...
At Worlds, though.
All the Mortal Kombat characters.
You're right. We were talking about PTCs, though.
We were.
I know.
Got him. So yeah, I think PTCs were ran exceptionally well. I think Shane Duckworth, the former director over there,
CCG director,
absolutely killed it. I think Jasco was able to produce. They produced Buffy this year, correct?
Yes,
that was this year.
They finally
Cowboy
released
Bebop
Buffy.
board game.
The Cowboy Bebop board game. Is that game out?
Yes.
Yeah,
we
I saw it.
We can buy it at WG right now.
Huh.
They've released the expansion for Buffy, I believe, as well.
But what I'm saying is Jasco is not just UFS, the company. They're producing a bunch of cool stuff, and I never.
UTS
they researched stretch goal for Street Fighter.
I never felt that UFS was ever
a backseat.
a backseat. I always felt that it was actually always front and center. And they still accomplished these amazing goals that they set for themselves. So kudos for Jason and Luke Butler as the project manager leading the teams over there in order to accomplish the goals.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in their whole crew.
Yeah, you guys are doing great.
So here's what I want to talk about. And excuse me, this is for the Ryan Pham. This is for Luke Butler. This is for Sean Kennedy. This is for Jason, the main man, Horansky. What's one negative thing about 2018 that if you could go back and fix it, of either the meta or a card being printed or the way a situation was handled? What's one thing what's the one negative? Give me one negative.
The transition in power level from Street Fighter to Bebop.
Okay.
I think we needed a transition, but I didn't think we needed to jump that high in one set.
I think he meant platinum into.
Sure, platinum, whatever. Our supplementary set into our main set.
Okay.
Because
James,
I would say despite the fact that we have dates and we have these false names, the lack of what I would like to see as set knowledge.
Okay.
Like, we know there's a set coming soon. Like, obviously, I don't expect them to show everything they want right away. But, like, I want names. I understand, like, you have these lined up, but, like, that doesn't create anything. That just says, well, they have plans.
Yeah.
Every company always has plans. Tell us what some of the plans are.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. Like, I'm cool with, like, you don't want to tell us everything about this set. Don't want to tell us everything about this set. They could have just went Street Fighter 2. They don't have a name for it yet. We don't know what we're going off of. Blood Omen 4. We don't know what.
Yeah, like something to top off that. It also builds hype for people to join the game, because then people will learn how to play the game in order to prep for that. Like,
to wait 3 years
that's
for
why
Mortal
I started
Kombat
playing
to come
it.
out.
Yeah, like I waited. I started playing 3 years ago, or 3.5 years ago, when Mortal Kombat was released or announced.
When
then
we
I
got
finally got it now, and I'm
die.
like, okay.
The big thing that I want fixed is I want more consistent state of the games. I think that's the only thing that I could say is I don't know what's inside of Jason's head when it comes to, or Jason or Shane's head when it came to, hey, is Coffee Samba too good? Hey, what are your feelings on Bang? Why is Bang an okay card? Tell me what your thought process is, as opposed to, hey, I'm just getting my face pounded in by these cards. Tell me, why is this still legal? I would rather have an explanation, even if it's one that I don't agree with. There's a difference between agreeing, accepting, and understanding, and I just want to understand what it is that you're thinking in order to print this card. And I think state of the games are incredibly important, at least quarterly.
Hearing something over nothing.
And we only got maybe 2 state of the games, and I think it was when Twinkle was banned and then when Quan Chi was banned.
Yep.
And then afterwards Liu Kang. So exclusively, hey, you got the axe, as opposed to, hey, everybody, Quan Chi's on the watch list. He's torn up a bunch of PTCs. Hey, Spike 1 is on the watch list. Like,
Spike 2's on the watch list.
Something.
Jet's on the watch list. Faye's on the watch.
Every Bebop.
Bebop is on the watch list.
So my last thing that I want to possibly talk about, the only one that I really had, was content. This topic,
is a very big
this is not on our channel. Hopefully Chris can get this up we're a little late to the party, on the Rockford CCG YouTube page. Have you guys watched any streams? I know you have. I know I have. Have you guys watched our stuff? Have you watched Rockford stuff? Have you watched Top Deck
Why
Heroes?
would I watch our stuff?
I watch all of our stuff. At least 3 times.
I don't watch any of ours, but I've seen the Guile treatment. I usually watch it.
I love the Guile treatment. It's hype.
It's like it's cool. It's some pretty good stuff. So I pretty much watch that, and
sometimes if I had time to watch all the podcasts I want to watch, it'd be great.
It's about all I watch, though.
Okay. I think 2018 was the best year in UFS so I've been playing the game for 3 nationals now, and that's how I'll date myself, is 3 yearly majors. And this is by far the best year for UFS, by far. The past 3 years, this is it. Content wise, Jasco wise, meta wise, the game is as healthy as ever. And I guess like my final score on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, I'm gonna give this 2018. I'm gonna give it 4 stars.
Does this mean this is your third Worlds?
This upcoming will be my third Worlds if I can make it. Give me a scale of 1 to 5. How many stars?
6th Worlds.
Be my second.
I'd say a 4 out of 5, except on everything for this year except for meta, because I, believe it or not, I actually liked when KOF was still in rotation.
KOF was the first 3 KOF sets were good, solid sets.
Yes, I really enjoyed the way that they designed KOF. There were a lot of cool cards that were interesting and fun to play, and the power level was not here, but like here.
Okay.
Some powerful assassins.
I love that card.
I wish.
Yeah, that card's so cool.
And this is another entirely topic we could be on with you.
Give me a
KOF's a weird set. Sorry.
Give me a 1 to 5 stars.
I'll go 4. Yeah,
4?
4.
I was also
I'll
going to say
give
4.
him the 4. Yeah.
James?
I was also saying 4.
Yeah.
Like we're almost at the max of how happy I am with what Jessica's done this year, what the community itself has done this year in UFS.
Well, and compared to what it was last year, it's completely different.
Totally.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like last year was like a 2.5, maybe 3
I was just going to say
for
2.
some things.
Yeah. Any last things you want to talk about?
How many stars are you giving it, Tam?
I said 4 at the very beginning.
Did you?
I
No.
think.
How many stars are you giving it, Travis?
I appreciate
4.
you really paying attention, James.
I don't remember him saying how many stars he's giving. Do you, Jake? Because I don't.
Cody,
I definitely
do you remember?
said 4 out of 5.
Do you remember how many stars he said?
You said 4.
And he said?
He said 4.
And he said?
4.
He said?
4.
Hey, we're 4th across the board. So, with
I don't remember that.
First off, thank you so much, Rockford CCG, for having this year-end review. Thank you so much for having a channel and joining the content creators. You're doing absolutely amazing stuff. And if you're watching the video and not subscribed to them, go out, subscribe, ring that bell, comment down below, like their videos,
do all the cool stuff.
Do all the cool stuff that you would do for any card game. If you Chris Smith and the Rockford crew over there, they're doing some amazing things.
Yeah,
and you
spread the word.
Spread the word. Feel the love. It's awesome. Any last minute thoughts?
Our community is great. I want to see it get even bigger. I want this game to eventually be as big as it possibly can because I love our community. And when we were talking about the Omaha PTC that I participated in, I loved getting to meet all of the other people. I loved playing against Keenan. I loved talking to Phil Birch, all of those guys.
Pandering.
It was great.
It smells like those guys more than us, huh?
You know what?
Go ahead, say it. Say it right now. Say it while you're in my house.
We'll call your mom right now.
Those guys are way cooler than these guys. I don't know.
I also agree with this statement. Tam's trash.
But Travis, I agree, man. The community's great. It's only getting greater. UFS is only getting bigger, and because of that, we're just attracting and finding like-minded, awesome people.
Yep,
I agree.
Great community. 9 out of 10 would participate in again.
Are we the thing that diminishes that? All right, cool. So with that,
only you, Tim.
From all of us here at UFS University, stay learned.
Get learned.
Been learned.
See ya.